South Florida takes home field advantage hosting Western Kentucky in the Miami Beach Bowl on December 21st. So right now we're back with college football analyst Joe Duffy. He's the owner of OffshoreInsiders.com to get his thoughts on the early line picks for the game. Now, Joe, this is kind of a battle of contrasting styles in my opinion, because on the one hand, you've got South Florida who likes to sort of grind it out style of game, while Western Kentucky is all about a good shootout. So how do you see this game playing out?
Well, Megan, you alluded to it. Look, this was pointed up to me by a sharp a few years ago, and I thought it was too good to be true, almost too obvious. But the more I research it, the more I realize it is true that USF, they will have what I like to call a neutral field advantage. They're playing in their home state. They're only traveling 231 miles, while Western Kentucky traveling 858 miles. Look, USF is the top margin of covered team in the nation. They've covered games this year by an average of 11.9, and I find out that still holds up in bowl games. Teams with a plus 11 or better are 21-15 in the bowls. Not that statistically overwhelming, but that is 58%. And look, they've lost to some good teams this year: Florida State, Maryland, Memphis, and Navy. I also think that the fact that Western Kentucky is a up-tempo team, the rest will really help South Florida's defense. I'm going to go with the neutral team with almost a home field advantage, South Florida here.
Now, we'll be covering tons of bowls together, Joe, and I always want to ask you your true opinion on this. Is this an official pick from you on the bowl games?
I think it very likely is. I have not finalized my official opinions. I have not even finalized one yet, but I would say there's a very good chance because this meets a lot of metrics.
Now, if the lines were to change a good bit between now and, say, a week from now, would you look the other way?
Well, I would definitely look into that. What I always do is research. I check a bunch of different sources. Why did the line move? Is it sharp money? Is it just money? Is it injuries? But usually if it's money that moves the lines, even if it's alleged sharp money, I like to fade line moves.
College football analyst Joe Duffy, owner of OffshoreInsiders.com. Thanks again for joining us and for the great insight on the game.